Hello everyone and welcome to Stan the Wine Man TV. I am your host, Stan Rattan, and this is the Blue Collar Wine Show, where I help you spend your wine dollars wisely. We're going to an interesting area. It's in Abruzzo, which is central Italy, and one of the main grapes that they grow in Abruzzo is Montepulciano. Now the interesting thing is, a long time ago, early in my wine career, I went to Italy, and we were drinking Vino Nobile di Montepulciano, and it was expensive. And I said, well, I know where I can get a Montepulciano for $8-9. And the guide said, well, you're talking about two different wines here. Vino Nobile di Montepulciano around the city of Montepulciano is Sangiovese. And yes, it is more expensive. It can run anywhere from $30 to $100. Montepulciano is an actual grape, and they grow it a lot in Abruzzo. So that's the difference. And I learned early on in my career the differences. And it's funny, in the wine world, I don't care how long you've been at it, yeah, there's always something new to learn. So this is now the cool thing also about Montepulciano di Abruzzo is that it can be really good value. I know in the last episode we reviewed a Luberon, which was a great value, about $11, and it was a good wine, very, very solid wine for that money. Now, you can get a lot of Montepulciano di Abruzzos for around $9 to $12. Now, of course, all the distributors are all freaked out about these tariffs and how it's going to raise the price of French wines. I'm not sure if that's going to happen with the new administration. We'll see how that goes. We are now going to look at one that's a little bit more pricey than $9 to $12, but I'm real curious to try this one. I've never had it before. This is the Bruno Nicodema Notari Montepulciano di Abruzzo from, now this is interesting, and the reason probably why it's a little bit more is from CollineTeramane. And CollineTeramane is sort of it's a DOCG inside the Abruzzo area where they grow Montepulciano. So it attained DOC status in 2003. And it's kind of the crown jewel of the Abruzzo, the Abruzzo appellation, I should say. Now, the term CollineTeramane is named after, it means Hills of Teramo, and that's eponymous with the area because it's a very undulating area, and so makes sense, right? Give another little rinse here. Mountains of Teramo. So interesting in this particular area. Now this is a little different than the average of, say, Montepulciano di Abruzzo that you get in the store from $8 to $12. These babies have to be aged for at least 2 years. They have to spend 1 year in barrel and at least 6 months in the bottle before release. And they even have a Reserva line that has to be aged for 3 years. So you understand really the price difference. They're very careful in harvesting the Montepulciano there. Lower yields, all of that. So this rolls in at, did I even say everything about this? This is the 2017 Bruno Nicodema Notari Montepulciano. It rolls in at $20. There's the bottle for you. I got excited there, you see. Wine does that to me. I'm excited. Okay, color. Really, really dark. This baby is, you can't even see this bright light through it. It's crazy. Do you have a favorite Montepulciano di Abruzzo? Make a comment. Do you have one that you like your go-to wine? We have a few at the store that do really well. They're inexpensive, but we sell out of them every week. So, you know, it is a very popular, easy to drink wine. So let's see what we go down the nose. Tobacco right off the bat. Tobacco, black raspberry. Get a little bit of twig action, like dried twigs. Tobacco. Did I already say that? Maybe. Black raspberry, and definitely like a kind of perfumed on the nose. A little bit of currants coming through as well. I'm going to say black raspberry, currants, twigs, tobacco. Interesting aromas. Now let's see what we get on the palate. There you go. Smooth tannins, little edgy. Tannins are just a little edgy. Nice richness up front, but not fruit forward. Just a nice richness of currants, black raspberry. A little bit of cherry coming through that I didn't get on the nose, but sometimes, you know, the currant cherry thing can be confusing when you're smelling it. And then it smoothly goes across the palate. Very nice, seamless spread across the palate. It just really flows nicely. Good balance. Tobacco hits on the mid palate, then it flows into the finish. Little expansion on the mid palate, and then you get this nice little hit of minerality on the finish. And it's a little bit fresh. Good acidity, nicely integrated acidity. So it's not mouth puckering at all. This is a winner in my opinion. This is a well-made wine, and it would definitely appeal to a massive amount of people. And what I like about Montepulciano is that it's a great grape to get people introduced to the old world. And I don't know how many of you are old world or new world wine lovers. If you are a new world wine lover, you kind of like that fruit. We all do. I mean, I love new world wines and old world wines. But when you're just breaking into the wine world, you might really kind of gravitate towards new world. And maybe you've tapped into some old world wines and you go, really, I don't want to go there. Well, you can't stereotype. I mean, there are old world wines that have more fruit to them. They're just add the minerality, the earth. This has an earthiness to it as well. That just came to my mind. Very earthy with the fruit, the minerality, the fresh acidity that dries it out on the finish. Great food wine. I mean, I would have this with steaks. If I were having steaks tonight, I would finish this bottle off with those steaks because it's a great steak wine. Be good with portobello mushrooms for you vegans out there. Yeah, just a great bottle of wine. Good balance, minerality, fruit, all of those things you're looking for in a wine from the old world. Good stuff. Thanks for taking. Oh, I almost forgot to grade it. I'm gonna go B plus A minus. It's a solid wine, and I'm gonna seek out where I got this so that I can play with it a little bit at the store. I like this wine a lot. Thanks for taking a little time out of your day. I really appreciate it. I upload videos on Mondays and Thursdays, so in just a few days, you keep watching, and I'll keep helping you spend your wine dollars wisely.